What do you do if you finish your tax return and you find you have a balance due that you just can't cover? Well, the first thing you don't do is not file. The reason being is that the penalty for not filing is 10 times the penalty for late payment. So be sure to send that tax return in even if you can't pay. Now, there are several options available to you if you are not able to cover the full balance due. The first is a full payment agreement. So if you can pay that balance due within 120 days, you send in your return, and then once it's accepted, you go online to the IRS website and you fill out an online payment agreement to divvy that up within the 120 days. There is no fee for this, and interest and penalties will continue to accrue, but the IRS won't get on your case. They'll kind of leave you alone. If it will take you more than 120 days, then you should request an installment agreement. You use that same online payment agreement form, but you spread it out further, and you can recommend the monthly amount that you have, and it can be auto debited directly out of your bank account. Now, there is a fee for this. However, if you are a low-income taxpayer, you may be able to get that waived. Now, if you're really in a bad situation and you cannot pay that balance due, but you've made all your payments and you are not in bankruptcy, you can try and get what's called an offer in compromise. And this is where you and the IRS agree to a reduced amount to pay off your tax liability. And finally, if you are in a situation where making a payment will mean that you cannot pay your required household expenses, you can request a temporary delay where the IRS will just pause and will not come after you. Now, obviously, the best thing to do is not get behind on your payments and not have a surprise at tax time. So do some tax planning and adjust your withholding as needed, and this way you will never get yourself in this situation.